What's up, MetaVerse update fam? Get ready for a whirlwind of the future because we're diving headfirst into the hottest tech news. First up, Trust Stamp is unleashing a groundbreaking advancement in digital identity verification with zero-knowledge proofs, promising a new era of secure and private KYC and age assurance. This is huge. Next, we're diving deep into the unsettling findings of SpyCloud's latest report. It reveals a massive disconnect between how secure organizations think they are and the terrifying reality of persistent identity theft blind spots that are leaving them wide open to attacks. You'll be shocked by what they found. Then, we're heading over to Africa, where a major initiative is underway to build trust and security in digital identity frameworks. We'll explore how biometrics and blockchain are being leveraged to tackle the massive challenge of financial inclusion and combating fraud across the continent. And finally, get this, Malaysian telcos are joining forces to combat fraud and digital identity theft with a brand new Federated network service. This innovative approach could change how we authenticate and protect ourselves online. You don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Privacy revolution. Trust Stamp unveils zero-knowledge proofs for identity verification. Get ready to have your mind blown because Trust Stamp, a leader in digital identity, has just unveiled a game-changing advancement: zero-knowledge proofs for remote human presence. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a fundamental shift in how we think about verifying who we are online. At its core, this innovation combines biometric-bound credentials with zero-knowledge proofs to create a system that can securely verify your age and identity without ever storing your sensitive biometric data. Imagine proving you're old enough to access a service or confirming your identity for KYC processes, all while your personal biometric information remains completely private. This is made possible by cryptographically binding your credentials to your unique biometric features, making them impossible to share and effectively shutting down friendly fraud, that sneaky tactic where someone uses another person's credentials with their permission. Leading the charge is Chief Science Officer Dr. Norman Poe, whose groundbreaking research in this area has already been accepted for presentation at the prestigious AE-sponsored BIOSIG 2025 conference. This academic recognition signals the robust nature of Trust Stamp's innovation. This development is sending ripples through the industry, with security experts hailing it as a major step forward for privacy-preserving identity solutions. The potential impact on regulatory compliance and user trust is immense, especially as global regulations around online child safety and data privacy continue to tighten. Trust Stamp is clearly positioning itself at the forefront of a more secure and private digital future. And that's just the beginning of our deep dive into the future of digital security. Stay tuned, because what SpyCloud has uncovered about organizational blind spots might just keep you up at night. Identity crisis. SpyCloud reveals terrifying blind spots in organizational security. Are you really secure? SpyCloud's latest report drops a bombshell, revealing a shocking disconnect between how confident organizations are about preventing identity attacks and the harsh reality of their persistent blind spots. This is a wake-up call for every business out there. The 2025 SpyCloud Identity Threat Report surveyed over 500 security leaders, and the results are alarming. While a staggering 86% of them believe they can stop identity-based attacks, a massive 85% experienced ransomware in the last year, with many hit multiple times. This gap isn't just a minor oversight, it's a gaping hole. Over 2/3 of organizations are extremely concerned about identity attacks, yet a mere 38% can even detect historical identity exposures caused by bad cyber hygiene like reusing passwords. As digital identities sprawl across countless platforms and devices, attackers are exploiting these exact vulnerabilities. SpyCloud's Chief Product Officer, Damon Fleury, states attackers are exploiting overlooked identity exposures from phishing to credential reuse, bypassing traditional defenses to gain quiet access for devastating follow-on attacks. With over 63.8 billion identity records recaptured from the dark web, a 24% increase year-over-year. The scale of the problem is unprecedented. These exposed credentials, session cookies, and PII create a vast attack surface. The report highlights that nearly 40% of organizations see phishing, ransomware, nation-state adversaries, and unmanaged devices as extreme concerns. Even insider threats often stem from compromised identities, with nation-state actors like North Korean operatives using stolen or synthetic identities to infiltrate organizations. Phishing alone is now the leading entry point for ransomware, accounting for 35% of incidents. Alarmingly, only 19% of organizations have automated identity remediation, leaving them vulnerable to exploitation. This report is a stark reminder that identity has become the central battleground in cybersecurity. The findings underscore the critical need for organizations to extend protection to the identity layer, continuously monitor exposures, and automate remediation to prevent devastating attacks. As SpyCloud's head of security research, Trevor Hilligos, puts it, attackers are opportunistic, chaining together stolen identity data to find any available access point. The future of security belongs to those who treat identity as mission-critical. But while organizations are grappling with these internal threats, a continent is making incredible strides towards digital inclusion and security. Next, we're exploring Africa's groundbreaking work with biometrics and blockchain. Africa's digital identity revolution, biometrics and blockchain build trust. Imagine a continent where nearly 500 million people lack a legal identity, locking them out of basic financial services. That's the reality in Africa, but a powerful digital identity revolution is underway, leveraging cutting-edge tech to bridge the gap and unlock massive economic potential. This isn't just about IDs, it's about financial inclusion. The absence of a foundational identity is a massive barrier, preventing millions from opening bank accounts, accessing credit, or receiving vital social welfare. Now, African nations are racing to implement digital identity systems, using biometrics and blockchain to leapfrog legacy infrastructure. Key challenges like fragmented infrastructure, low digital literacy, and weak data protection are being tackled head-on. For instance, while mobile penetration is high, rural communities often lack stable power and internet. Low digital literacy makes users vulnerable to scams. And with only 28 African countries having comprehensive data protection laws, safeguarding sensitive biometric data is paramount. But the innovation is incredible. Biometrics like fingerprints and facial recognition are becoming the cornerstone, offering unique, unforgeable identifiers. In Rwanda, the national ID system covers over 98% of the adult population. A Pan-African verification company saw biometric KYC reduce fraudulent signups by up to 90%, slashing onboarding time from 24 hours to just 10 minutes. This is transforming financial services and combating identity fraud. And then there's blockchain, offering the promise of decentralized trust. Instead of vulnerable centralized databases, blockchain can store unique digital identifiers, giving individuals control over their data through self-sovereign identity, SSI. This eliminates single points of failure and enhances privacy. Several African startups are pioneering these blockchain-based identity solutions, aiming to build secure, user-centric frameworks. The adoption of these technologies is sparking intense discussion about cybersecurity threats, but the commitment to building secure and inclusive digital futures is unwavering. Experts emphasize the need for robust data protection, clear legal frameworks, and a holistic approach that combines the strengths of biometrics and blockchain. The goal is clear: to create a digital identity framework that fosters financial inclusion and sets a global standard for security and empowerment. From the future of identity in Africa, we're now zooming over to Malaysia, where telcos are launching a powerful new weapon against digital fraud. You won't believe how they're teaming up. Telcos unite. Malaysian networks launch Federated service to combat fraud. Get ready for a major cybersecurity upgrade in Malaysia. The nation's leading telcos are joining forces to launch a revolutionary Federated network service designed to cripple fraud and digital identity theft. This is a game changer for online security. Announced today at the Digital Nation Summit, this initiative brings together giants like Celcom Digi, Maxis, U-Mobile, Telecom Malaysia, and YTL Communications. They're introducing a number verification API that allows developers at local banks and online retailers to instantly verify a customer's mobile number. This strengthens authentication and dramatically improves the user experience, all while keeping data, policy, and revenue under each telco's control. This cross-operator system is poised to become a much more secure replacement for the often vulnerable SMS one-time passwords, OTPs. The real power lies in matching phone numbers against real-time network data, creating a formidable defense against digital scams targeting Malaysians. The verification process is robust, utilizing two key mechanisms. The first is network-based, where the telco identifies the specific subscriber registered to a number. The second is SIM-based, confirming ownership via the SIM card installed in the device. This dual approach ensures strong authentication. During app onboarding for everything from banking and social media to e-wallets, this number verification API can replace traditional SMS OTPs. Imagine logging into apps, resetting passwords, or performing two-factor authentication, all secured by this advanced network-based verification. It's a significant leap forward in protecting users and businesses from the ever-evolving landscape of digital threats. This collaborative effort by Malaysian telcos demonstrates a powerful commitment to national cybersecurity. By leveraging their combined network intelligence, they are creating a more secure digital ecosystem for everyone. This initiative sets a new standard for how industries can work together to combat sophisticated fraud and identity theft. And that brings us to the end of another packed episode of MetaVerse Update, but we're not done yet. Stick around for a lightning-fast recap of today's biggest stories and our full call to action. And that's a wrap on today's MetaVerse Update. We covered Trust Stamp's privacy-first ZKP identity verification, SpyCloud's alarming report on organizational security blind spots, Africa's ambitious digital identity push with biometrics and blockchain, and Malaysia's telcos uniting against fraud with a new federated network. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to MetaVerse Update for all your tech news needs, hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload, and let us know in the comments which story you found most fascinating. You can also follow us on all our social channels for more exclusive content. We'll see you in the next one.